I'm a sort of well, this is my first internet vlog video. I'm a warrior of sorts for truth and for all things true. And I want people to wake up from this stupid sheep-like state of sleep that they are unwittingly in. So that's why I've got a red pill on my t-shirt. I painted it myself, and I've also got some red pills with me. I've gone up and down the country at bars and pubs, open mic nights, and I've talked there, and I've sort of got the message out. My name is because Neo is as like the new, like a new, very. I'm all about the new, and also is the main character in the Matrix, which is what it says down there. In case from the Matrix. I don't know if you can see that. Just to remind you, asterisk. And the Norman is because that is my name, the name I was born with. As I was born a man and a truth seeker. This is to hide my identity because I don't want people to know who I am. Apart from my name, anyone could have that name, first name. That's not important. The tinfoil fedora is a little joke, but it's also not a joke. It's not funny, but it's also little in reference to the fedora, tinfoil conspiracy. But it is also not a joke. That's important. I have red pills with me, and there's green ones as well. They're meant to be blue, but they don't do blue text. I think it's toxic to do blue things. Smarties. I hand these out. I ask people if we want them. If they want one of the blue or greenish, turquoisey pills, which they continue the user to stay in the matrix of sort of non-reality and sort of fabricated being, which is just their head. It's just all in their heads. That life is not actually in front of them. I mean, my life's in my head, and my thoughts are in my head, but they're sort of also in the world at large, or at least they deal with all. They're not fantasy. So when I talk, they're not the Matrix is fantasy. It's a symbol. Symbols aren't fantasy. The Matrix is fantasy. So I ask people if they want them, and and some people take the red pill at the end of the show, and I think that's probably a good thing. Probably I've taught something to someone, or changed someone's mind. Won a debate, won, shown them that they're wrong. Maybe they were wrong. Maybe they already agreed with me, and it's a sign of respect. Or maybe they just wanted a red tic tac. They're not. Well, they are tic tacs, but again, it's a symbol. Okay. I want to talk about probably the most important thing, which is them. Them. In quotation marks. Probably hear me over the series of these videos talking about them quite a bit. And the ones in the know, the ones who have gobbled down one of these babies, they know what I'm talking about. They know them. They might not. Sometimes it takes one of those symbolic red pills to really just see them for what they are. Because when you're born into this world, this society, you think, oh, this is great, isn't it? Or you don't even think that you're just eating, you're just consuming, or just going about reading the news like it's going to tell you something other than what it wants to tell you, what you want to hear. Well, not what you want to hear, what you think you want to hear. The establishment, the conspirers, the dismantlers of what, them. Fuck them. Fuck them is what I have to say to them. We've shown them this year that we are large in number, and that we are the ones in control of our own lives and heads, and what is in our head, which isn't our life. Our life is not just in our heads. Our life isn't just in our heads, but their life is just in their heads. So there's them who are just the dark side, if you think about it. There's probably two subcategories of them. So there's the ones who know what they're doing, want to bring down civilization probably as we know it, and even though they're in control of civilization, it's civilization. They're in control of a civilization that's still our civilization, but they want to change the civilization. But basically, there's a them who are in charge, sort of like puppeteers, puppet masters, and kingpins, linchpins, giving out the blue pills in your fast food and your porn. There's them, the big bosses, the head honchos, the big cheese, and then there's like the sheep herd, who are sort of their underlings without even realising it. They're sort of born into it, and they're told they loved it. They're like, you love this sheep, don't you? Suck my Roger. And then they do suck the Roger. The cheese, the Roger cheese, is the cheeses of the Roger, and they do not gladly, because they don't know they're sucking the Roger. They just think, this is life, isn't it? Sucking the boss's Roger. And then sometimes these might get red pilled, and then they turn to us. Us. Who you're with me. If you're with me, you know who you are. The freedom warriors, the freedom fighters, not terrorists. No opposites of that. The freedom purveyors, and this year I think we showed them a little bit that we're still mighty in number, and that we are sentient. We're not just going to suck your big Roger. We've got our own Rogers to suck, and we showed them this year. So now some of us are in power, and they're gonna keep civilization the same, the good way, the best way, the right way. Someone might ask, why do they hate civilization so much? Good question. Unless they've been brought up as a sheep their whole life and they've become a puppet master from being a sheep, they probably just hate it because they just think they should, and they just want to dismantle it. They probably think they're doing good. Yeah, well done. They're indoctrinated. The dogma. They tell people what to think. Well, they shouldn't think like that. They want to police what I think. Well, I think what you think should be policed is what I think. They go around just want to dismantle everything. Dismantle all we love. Dismantle that. Dismantle that. Well, that's been around for a long time. Why not dismantle that? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Is a saying. True saying. Real saying. These postmodernists. What even is a postmodernist? How can you be past the modern? Well, well done, you exist. Well, you don't exist. Not really. Not by your own fault. If you're dismantling everything, no one exists today. We're all in our own heads. It's all fantasy. It's not my life. Not this life that I've got. That's real. You can have your existential no life if you want. My one. Thank you very much. That's mine. That's real. After all, wasn't it Charles Darwin who said the purpose of life, or of science, was to seek truth? And if you're just dismantling and asking questions all the time, if that's all you put your significance on, you're never going to get any you're never going to get any truth or any answers, are you? Granted, he did say then, but it is also must be known that that truth might never be found. But that was ages ago. We've probably, we've made loads of advancements. What if we found it? I think we found it now. There, done. That's it. That's truth. Reality isn't subjective. If I got punched in the face, it would hurt. You want to tell me it wouldn't? I just believe in the pain. Well, I don't. I've been punched in the face. I've been called names. It hurts. It's not subjective. The truth is real. I am real. The world is real, and whether you like it or not, we've got to live in it.